Comic Book Savant Extra, episode 15. Yes, Comic Book Savant Extra has actually became a thing in itself. Thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. Welcome back to Comic Book Savant Extra. I am your host, James Harris. This is extra of the great podcast that you already love to listen to called Comic Book Savant. I do these extra episodes to talk about some more personalized things or topics that I missed from the main podcast on these extra type episodes. So this episode is going to be my comic book haul for July 2018. I've been doing these on the extra. You guys kind of been responding to it, so I've just continued doing it for fun. I'm expanding it out a little bit because I'm also not just going to include my comic book purchases, but as well my comic book movie purchases, because I've been on a kick now that I've been filling in holes in my comic book movie catalog. So I have a few pickups in July that I did, filling up those holes as well. So let me just get into it. The first handful of books are comics that I pre-ordered through my friend Ron Sanders. I've talked about him before. I also did a YouTube video spotlighting a haul that he sent me of physical comics that most of them are going to be going into a giveaway that I'm doing this month related to the anniversary of the channel. And like I said in the previous podcast, follow me to follow the website, follow the YouTube channel if you don't already, and follow me on Instagram at Comic Book Savant. ComicBookSavant.com is the website. Follow me on social media, and I'm going to be doing multiple giveaways because I have a lot of books, a lot of trades, a lot of stuff that I'm going to be giving away. But I pre-ordered some of these books through him that I should be getting shipment sometime soon. I can't remember when these books are going to be shipped off, but I ordered these out of preview through him. From Comics World Florida. So if you're unfamiliar with it, it's Comics World Florida. I'll put the links in the description of this episode. Also, if you go to the links page on the website, I have a link over to his store as well. So definitely check that out. But I ordered Justice League 5 and 6 through there. Justice League Odyssey issue 2, Avengers issue 6. Doctor Strange issue 4, Fantastic Four issue 1, Punisher issues 1 and 2, the Star Wars Beckett issue series issue 1, Thor issue 4, West Coast Avengers issue 1. So I should be getting those in the next shipment I get from him. Next, there are other books that I picked up digitally and whatnot through Comixology, because, most of the books I get are digital. So these are other books that I have picked up during the month of July. You get the DC Nation. DC Nation is coming out for free, so I just subscribe to get that through Comixology so I can check out things that are coming up in the future. So got that for free. One thing that I like about Comixology is that they have so many different sales, and if you just browse the site sometimes, you'll just see random books or trades that they offer for free. And you just click on them, they add them to your collection. So always, if you I know a lot of you guys have been telling me via the podcast as well as the YouTube channel that based on the different videos and topics I've done covering Comixology, you guys have become more open to trying it out. And not just try it out, explore it. They give away, I'm finding these little nuggets every month where I find a book, or a couple of months ago, like I told you guys, the Valerian, the movie they did, it's a French comic book. They had a whole first volume trade for free that I just clicked on and boom, got added to my collection. This month I happened to see Project Superheroes Volume 2, Issue 1, totally for free. Clicked on it, boom, got it for free. I'll take it something for free, and I'll read it at some point and probably cover it here or on the YouTube channel at some point if it's any good. Coming out of Ant-Man and the Wasp, I picked up Tales to Astonish, issue 35, which I think is the first appearance or origin of Ant-Man. I wanted to read that, so I picked that up. I paid 99 cents for that. Let's see. I picked up Wonder Woman by Greg Rucka, Volume 1. I got the trade paperback for $4.99 through Comixology. I also picked up, they had a whole bunch of DC sales. I'm going to be trying to do, it's a whole nother concept of a show I want to do where I try to give you guys a heads up on the bargains. I'm trying to tool it now. It's going to be a video, not a podcast. It's going to be on the YouTube channel. I'm tooling it together now. The only problem is some of these deals, especially with Comixology, the sales shift so quickly. Some are just 24-hour sales. Some are, weekly sales. So I'm still trying to tool how to get everything done, shot, and out to you guys that by the time you see it, or even you would hear it if I did do it as a podcast, that you guys would actually be able to quickly act on the digital deals that are out there. So I'm still tooling it together. I'm going to try to roll it out sometime soon if I can work out the logistics of how to quickly get it turned around and out so you can they're not out of date by the time I drop the podcast or the video. But again, I'm working on it because some of you guys have said, like, man, how do you catch all these good deals? I be watching like a hawk, and I'm cheap. That's the reason why I catch them. I be watching like a hawk, man. I be scanning all the time. A friend of mine that's on YouTube, if you want to check not his podcast, but his videos out, he's Dano. He's over in Stockholm. I found him when I was researching things for my in-stock trade video, and I came across his channel, and we've become pretty good friends over the internet. He does great hauls and stuff like that. He orders from in-stock trades all the way over in Stockholm, and it's cheaper in some cases for him to get collected editions from in-stock trades all the way here in the U.S. over in Stockholm. So it's like really fascinating, and he does these huge hauls. So he was doing a unboxing haul from the books he picked up, and I didn't even know this was out yet. I love Greg Rucka. You guys know, if you listen to the podcast any amount of time, I'm a huge Greg Rucka fan, and I loved his run on Wonder Woman, but I never read the whole thing. I came in kind of midway on his run, then he left. Then, he came back later, but they're doing these Wonder Woman they're doing these collections. They're doing Greg Rucka, Wonder Woman by Greg Rucka, then I think Wonder Woman by George Perez as well. So they're doing these collections of the most epic runs, being collected in, this format, and they have them digitally as well. So they had the first volume. I think the sale was like DC #1 volume trades on sale, and they were like $4.99 a pop. So I got this one because I wanted to definitely go back and reread some of his Wonder Woman stuff because it was phenomenal. So I got that for $4.99. I also picked up Superman Earth 1 Volume 1 trade paperback for $4.99. I really enjoyed Batman Year 1, and I bought Batman Earth 1 Volume 1 and Volume 2, which I haven't read yet, but I really enjoyed it. So I snatched the Superman one up because I know there are like 3 volumes of the Superman one out now. So I wanted to snatch it up and see if I like it as much as I liked the Batman Earth 1 Volume 1. So for $5, I snatched that up. Then also last month, they had a massive Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sale for a week or two. And this was so crazy because this was when I was on vacation for my anniversary. My wedding anniversary is my 8-year anniversary. So I was all the way in freaking Mexico, and I was on my phone, and I saw this deal, and I was buying Yes, I was on my wedding anniversary, and I was buying comic books, but it was I couldn't pass up a good deal. So they had, I talked about this in my recommended reads, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the IDW series, the current ongoing series. They have not the ones that they have, because they have a ton that are based on the cartoon, the new or the older one, Nickelodeon CGI one, or the new one they have coming out. This is like the original series that's been running for like 5 or so years. I've done multiple reviews. It's a great series. I fell behind. Their last huge arc was like City Fall was the last one. It was like issues like in the 20s, the early 30s, and I read a few after, but I fell behind. So I was watching another YouTuber. What's the channel? Gem Mint Collectibles. One of the guys up there does his recent reads, and he's been reading the whole series in the IDW collection, oversized, like this, a stunning format that is oversized. They collect like 12 issues each volume or so, and he turned me on to that by seeing him do his recent reads. I'll have links. I think Gem Mint is linked on the website as well. Under links, you'll see that I have him linked there. You can check out his YouTube channel. But one of the guys, his friend Manable, he does a recent reads, and he's been reading the whole series through these IDW collections. And they started putting those out digitally. So it was, and since they had the sale, they normally like retail for like $40. Well, they had these this format digitally, and it was only $8.09 once I had my Comixology Plus discount. So I start snatching up back volumes. So I think to save money, one of the volumes overlapped with the single issues I had. So I picked up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue 37. I paid $1.79 for that issue, and then I picked up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collection, the IDW collection, volume 5 and 6, and I think 7 had just dropped, so it wasn't included in the sale. So hopefully, can they normally have this? The IDW puts their Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle series on sale a lot, so hopefully by then, because volume 8 is going to be dropping, I think in September or October, so more than likely before that drops, they'll have another sale, and then I can grab 7, because I'm not going to pay like $30-$40 for it. But when they have these sales, it's good for me to fill in the gaps, and then I can catch up where I'm behind in just these collected editions and not have to keep buying the individual issues, because it normally saves you a ton of money once you do the math. You get like 12 plus issues in one of these IDW collections for under $10, where again, you saw I paid $1.79 per issue, or if I buy the single issues, they're 99 cents an issue. You do the math, you're still going to come out cheaper doing the collection. And if you want these in print, because I've seen them through the Jim's videos with Manable doing the recent reads, they're stunning, but they've been selling out fast, but they're really the presentation is so cool. They spotlight a different turtle or different main character on each volume. The spine kind of resembles something unique about the character. They're really, really done nicely. So they would be worth the pickup physically or digitally, but you need to check out this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series. And the best way to do it, I feel, is through the IDW collections. Most, like I said, all of them are digital. Some, if you buy physically, I think a couple of them have been sold out, and I don't know if reprints are done yet, but they were out of stock when I looked before for my recommended reads episode. When I was looking on Amazon and places like that, some were in stock trade, some of them were out of stock. So some of them might be hard to find. Because they've become very popular, but the presentation is just stunning on them. Also, outside of Volume 5 and 6 of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I bought The Magic Order Issue 1. I paid $1.79 for that. I picked up Issue 4 of Oblivion Song. In my last cutting my stack with Marvel, I talked about Spirits of Vengeance, Rocket Raccoon, right? Funny thing is, I was like, I would pick them up if the trades were cheap. Well, Marvel had a sale on Comixology. So lo and behold, the Spirits of Vengeance series that I read the first issue for, that whole trade was $2.54. So it's like, okay, I'll pick it up. I just was talking about it. Might as well pick it up. That Rocket Raccoon series that I read the first issue for, oh, look at that. That trade's on sale for $2.54. So I ended up buying both trades for those two books that I just covered, which I said to you guys, if I found it at the right price, I would pick it up. $2.54 for a trade sounds good to me. I will take it. Also, during that sale, I picked up Champions Volume 1, Change the World trade paperback. That's the new Champion series that started a couple years back. Got that for $2.54. DC had another sale, and I've really been wanting to read Batman Detective Comics from Rebirth. They had so they're doing a big collection now. It's Batman Detective Comics, the Rebirth Deluxe Edition, and I got book 1 trade paperback. It covers like the first 12 or more issues of the series that James Tynion IV is writing. I read like the first 2 or 3 issues of it and really enjoyed it. And I had been waiting for a sale to come around. And now since they're doing these big deluxe editions and they're putting them out digitally, I was like, for $7.60, I gotta grab it. So, I picked up the first trade paperback. And here's the thing about Comixology that I've learned. The independent publishers and Marvel has tons of sales that they constantly rotate through Comixology. DC is a little stingy with theirs. They don't do as many sales. They normally will do longer sales. Their sales normally run like 7 days or 14 days. But, like you're going to pay like under $10 or $5. Marvel and like with some of the Image and things like that, sometimes you're getting books. Like I said, I'm getting full trades for $2.54. You notice all the deals I said with DC related content is like $5 or $8, $9 or what have you. So I'm ended up buying more old stuff and things that I want to try that I'm on the fringe for through Marvel and independent books. So that's why I rock with that. I want my comic dollar to stretch as far as possible. So I gravitate to where the better deals are. Like I said, here's the hook with that whole thing. Spirits of Vengeance and Rocket Raccoon, the first issues were free on Comixology Unlimited with Marvel. And I dug them, and it's like, okay, I could wait months and wait for the other issues to come out on Comixology, but it's only $2.54. I can go ahead and get that trade, read it, enjoy the story, and I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? That's a drop in the bucket. $2.54. Where are you going to find a trade for $2.54 anywhere else? You're not. I used to go, and you've seen pictures of my collection. I had a ton of physical trades. Now I bought some $5 trades. I ain't bought no $2.50 trades, and that's for sure. And I shopped a lot of places, conventions, and I bargain hunted. I never paid $2.50 for a trade until I started buying comics digitally online. Next, I picked up Star Wars Darth Vader. This is the current Darth Vader series. I picked up issues 13, 14, 15, and 16. They had a sale going on Comixology. I got those issues, 13, 14, 15, 16, those 4 issues for $3.36 for those 4 issues. You can't beat deals like that. I'm being straight up with you guys. These are some great deals that they had going on this past month. I heard a lot of good things about Marvel 2-in-1, the new Marvel 2-in-1 series with Thing and Johnny Storm. I picked up the first 6 issues because that's about to be collected in a trade. They had it on sale. I got the first 6 issues for $6.74 total. Can't really beat that. I also picked up Hawkeye Volume 6, Hawkeye trade paperback. I got that trade for $3.39 digitally. Also, I was going through updating some of my games, and I'm behind on my Telltale superhero games on my PlayStation 4. So I went into Season 2 of the Batman Telltale game series, and they had an offer to get some free comics. You just clicked on the link. It took them forever to send me the link, but I finally got an email, and it took you over to DC Comics, and it gave you 4 free comics. So I got Batman $4.97 for free. I got Batman Vengeance of Bane issue 1 for free. Harley Quinn, the 2013 to 2016 series, issue 1 for free, and the newer Harley Quinn, the 2016 series, issue 1 for free. So I got those for free just from playing the game, and it was an offer included in the game. When you logged into the game, it was like, hey, if you're a comics fan and you want to read some Batman, click this link. And, it's tied to your account because you have an account with the Telltale Games. And it emailed me. Like I said, it was some time later. I totally forgot about that. I had even clicked on the link, and I got this email saying, oh, here's your free books from Telltale. And I was like, oh, okay. And I took them, and you can merge your accounts. And that's another thing about Comixology. If you buy comics through DC Comics online store or Marvel Comics online store or even Amazon Kindle, because Amazon owns Comixology, it allows you to merge all your accounts. So when I buy, I sign up to all the different sites. So I have an account with Marvel. They have the Marvel Insider. So if I get digital codes and I redeem them, I get points. They have a Marvel Insiders program. And for different things, watching trailers and stuff on Marvel.com site, you amass points. And after you get so many points, you can redeem them. So I've gotten a couple of free trades through Marvel Insiders that as soon as I redeem them or buy anything or redeem, if I get, since I'm getting physical comics, and even for the comics I'm going to be giving away, any of the Marvel comics, since I'm more digital, I just take the digital codes out the book, redeem them for myself, and then I'm turning around giving you guys the books I'm going to be giving away are the physical copies. I just take the digital codes so I can read them at my leisure, but I can then turn around and give them right away to you guys, so it's no hold up. Because again, I don't have any room or space for physical comics. So if I get any, if Ron sends me any when I do deals with in stock trades or even DCB service, when I get those books, I'm turning those around to either help make money for the podcast, as far as I might put my eBay store back up, so certain books I might keep to turn around and sell, but pretty much 70% of the books that I'm getting, physical books that I've been telling you guys or you see me do hauls for, are going to be prizes to give back to you guys for supporting me. So I just take the digital code, and I'm the trades. The trades, I will read the trades first to do reviews, and then I send those out. So the last bulk of stuff I got, the stuff that I wanted to read, I've read, and that's why I'm saying I'm keying up. So I had, if you saw those haul videos I did over on YouTube, I did an in-stock trades one, I did a DCBS one, and I did a Comics World Florida one. So I did 3 hauls over the past couple of months, and it was somewhere around... Ron alone sent me 60 books. Then I got about 8-9 trades or something like that. It's a ton of stuff that I'm looking to give away. And if I can't give it all away this month, it'll go into September. But I'm going to try to give away as much as possible during the month of August, coming next week's episode that I'm going to be dropping. But anyway... the cool thing about merging all your accounts is, like I said, even free stuff that I get from redeeming codes or amassing points on Marvel.com, after they build up, you can turn those points into different stuff. If you play the different mobile games, you can get free in-game packages, wallpapers. I think I had 60,000 Marvel Insider points. So after Marvel Infinity War came out, I heard about Infinity, so I had enough points to turn 60,000 points in for that digital trade paperback, so I did that. So I'm rebuilding up my points. I normally save them to get more comics, but if your accounts are linked, as soon as you buy something on Marvel.com online comic shop, it shows right up over in your Comixology account. Same thing with DC. When you go to DC.com, if you buy something from their online digital store, if you link your account, it's going to show right up there. And even with Amazon, I bought certain things on Kindle because I use the Kindle app sometimes to read certain stuff. And certain times, too, here's the funny thing. Even though Amazon owns Comixology, sometimes Amazon will have their own digital sales for comics. So a couple of times where I looked on Comixology, it wasn't a deal. Amazon had digital trades for Kindle on sale that I bought a few. And it all will link back into your Comixology account. So long as you link them all, you'll always have them multiple places. You can have them on an individual publisher's site, as well as your Comixology account can be your main hub. So that's how I have it set up now. So anything I get anywhere else is going to flow back into it. Image is different because I've bought comics directly digitally through Image before. They do something different because if you buy through them directly, I don't know if it's changed because it's been a couple of years since I last bought a comic through them. And I just did it to try out to see how it works. But Image is a little bit different because when you buy a comic digitally, they'll send you a link, but then they give you a PDF. So you officially own a digital copy, a physical digital copy that you can download of your comic that you buy through them. Now, a little hint to something that some of you guys might not know if you're new to Comixology or you missed different times I covered it before. Most independent publishers outside of Marvel and DC, not every single one of them, but mainly Image, I'll say they're the best about it. Every comic you buy from them, even through Comixology, let me pull it up right now so I can tell you exactly where to look. On Comixology, if you go to My Books, if you sign into your account, if you have an account on Comixology, it's totally free to sign up. And y'all need to write to them and say, you need to sponsor this podcast. I love the service. You know, they don't have any affiliate programs or whatever that I'm aware of, and I've looked. But I love the service, so that's why I talk, and I believe in it, so that's why I talk about it. But if you go into My Books, you'll have backups. You'll see Smart List, Browse, Library, Bundles, Wish List. This is if you're on the website, because I do a lot through the website than more so I do on the apps. So you'll have Smart List, Browse, Library, Bundles, Wish List, Backups. If you go to Backups, you click on that. Any comic book that you've bought that is through IDW is another big one. Image is another big one. I'm just looking through. Those are the biggest. Valiant, IDW, Image. So I'm just looking at, because I own thousands of comics through Comixology. So it tells me right now my books that I have backups on are 546 books. And you'll have two options. You can download a PDF of the comic or a CBZ file. And it's I'm going to have an episode. I've been testing some comic book readers that you can either buy for your get on your computer for free or with a small purchase, or on your tablet, where you can take these books fundamentally. And it's a PDF, you can read it off of anything that you have a PDF reader on. But CBC is a comic book file format that they use too as well. That you can get these reader programs and you can read them just like through Comixology Reader, like on your tablet or on your phone. So, people talk about they don't like digital comic books because they don't have backups of them. Well, certain ones you do. A lot of the independent publishers have came on board with it. Marvel, DC, not so much. But like I said, I know for sure from this one I'm looking through the list in front of me. IDW does it heavy. Image does it heavy. I got some of Terry Moore's books. Those are backed up on here. But they're mainly independent publishers. And Valiant, I see Valiant. I can't, and like I said, Image is heavy on it. So definitely you can have backups of comics that you buy digitally. So if that's a deterrent, don't let it be, because certain companies and more companies are coming on board with that whole concept. So again, don't let that be a deterrent on you not really owning your books. But enough about comics. Let me talk about some of my comic movie pickups from July. I saw a good deal, and my friend Heath Holland over at Serial at Midnight was talking about some of his pickups, and he brought this movie to my attention. It was a 2-pack of Fantastic Four and Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer. It was a 2-movie collection. He was talking about how he got it for cheap on, like, at Walmart or Target or something like that. And it was like, I used to like those movies. I didn't love them, but I liked them. And I was like, I really want to because I reference and I do different countdowns and stuff, and I'm like, I would like to have these movies on hand that if I want to talk about how good or bad a movie is, that I could just pull it up in my library and be able to rewatch these movies, especially if it's been a while. Because certain times, even though streaming is more prevalent, certain times movies can be hard to find. So I was like, let me pick it up while it's cheap. So I got the 2 movie collection digitally on iTunes for $12.99. And then it's a director's cut version of that he brought to my attention for, I think, Fantastic Four 1. That's a director's cut that has some extra footage that's included, thrown in digitally in this set. So I grabbed it for that, too, because I was intrigued by it. And then I also picked up the DC animated film Teen Titans, The Judas Contract. I reviewed it a while back. I had rented it through iTunes. They had it on sale for $9.99 because I just can't afford to pay $20 for each of these animated films, and they're putting out 3 or 4 a year. I can't afford that. So I wait till it go on sale and I grab it for $10. So I was they finally had it on sale, so I picked it up. I really enjoyed it. You should be able to go back and see my review for it. I can't remember where I did said review. It might be a podcast. It might be on the YouTube channel. It's a blur now because I give you guys a lot of content, and sometimes I think I'm a little crazy for doing it. But it's somewhere. If you can't find it when you search on the podcast, search on YouTube, but that's where I did it. I can't remember. I know I did a review. I just don't know where I did the review. But it's Comic Book Savant did do it somewhere. That's all I have for you guys for my haul for July. It was kind of crazy. Like I said, I caught really good deals. I'm working on a concept. I don't even know what I'm going to call the thing that I'm going to do. But like I said, I'm working out the logistics on how to turn everything around to get it out to you quickly so you can start capitalizing on these deals that I stumble across on and off during the month. Or I might just do an amendment to a segment in a particular episode where I talk about some deals like at the beginning of the episode or something. Or it might be something totally separate. So once I figure it out, I will let you guys know. Like I said in the earlier episode this week, I'm going to be dropping a anniversary episode. Will be probably next week's episode. And we're going to be talking about some changes and stuff that's going to be coming to the show and to the YouTube channel, and just where I'm trying to pivot and focus on going forward with the show for year 13 officially now. So with that being said, I will see you guys next week. Follow me on YouTube, youtube.com/Comic Book Savant. Check out the website, comicbooksavant.com, and on Instagram at Comic Book Savant. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a good week, and I will see you back again next week. Take care.